Well, hey, Mitchell Berean, I'm Pastor John. Welcome to our 2022 fall campaign. We are starting into a new season of ministry, and each fall since I've been here, we do a fall campaign. And the purpose of the fall campaign is simply to grow together as a church, to learn the same things, to be studying the same things, and to move together in the direction that God is taking us. And so this fall is no different. This fall, the title of the fall campaign is Mission Critical. We're going to be introducing a new mission statement that our ministry team put together, came up with, and our elders have approved. And it really reflects, I think, the heart of where God is taking us, the mission that we have as a church. And so we want to introduce the new mission statement and kind of work our way through it, digging into the scriptures to discover why it is we have the mission statement we do, what it means, and what it means for us as a church. And so my heart for each one of you is that you would have a mission and that you would be living on mission, following God, moving into the future that He has for you. And as you are a part of Mitchell Berean, that you can participate in living out the mission that God has for us as a church. Living on mission is so important. I think one of the things that helps me understand the importance of mission is to understand the mission heart of God. As we look in the scriptures and we see the story that the Bible tells us of the human race and of God and how He created us and put us here, how we very quickly fell in sin, and how God immediately began to work on mission to rescue us and to save us. Ultimately, that mission culminated in God sending Jesus, His Son, to earth on mission. Jesus had a mission to accomplish. In John 17, we have Jesus' high priestly prayer, it's called. It's His prayer that He prays right before He's betrayed by Judas and then undergoes the passion, ultimately going to the cross to die. And in John 17, Jesus says a lot of impactful things, but one is fairly important, and it gives us a sense of Jesus on mission. And this is at the beginning of John 17, starting in verse 1. It goes this way. After saying all these things, Jesus looked up to heaven and said, Father, the hour is come. Glorify your Son, so He can give glory back to you. For you have given Him authority over everyone. He gives eternal life to each one you have given Him. And this is the way to have eternal life, to know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, the one you sent to earth. I brought glory to you here on earth by completing the work you gave me to do. Now, Father, bring me into the glory we shared before the world began. Did you catch that in verse 4? Jesus said that He had brought glory to the Father by completing everything the Father had for Him to do. So God the Father sent Jesus to earth on mission. And that mission was to bring about the rescue of the human race. God's heart is for you. God's heart is for each person that He's created. His desire is to bring salvation to us. And you understand that thousands and thousands of years before Jesus came to the earth, God initiated that mission. We see it in and through Abraham, the father of the Hebrew nation, how in God's covenant with Abraham, He said He would bless the world through Abraham. And certainly that culminated in Jesus coming to earth, the Messiah. And the Messiah, the Christ, the Son of the living God, bringing salvation to us. And so our new mission statement this year goes this way. We're a church on mission to raise up disciple makers who share the gospel where they live, work, and play. We're a church on mission. Jesus came to earth on mission. The church has a mission that Jesus gave us, and we need to be on mission. We need to be moving to accomplish the work Jesus gave us to do. We're here to encourage each other, support each other, but we're here to fulfill the mission of God. That's why the church exists. And so we're a church on mission. We're a mission, or our mission is to raise up disciple makers. Disciple makers are people who can reproduce themselves, who are making disciples. And we believe that starts with disciple makers who are sharing the gospel where they live, work, and play. God has put us in areas of influence where we live, our neighborhoods, our communities, where we work, the place where we earn a living, and where we play or we recreate and we have fun with others. Those are areas of influence. And so we're called to be on mission in those areas, and we're disciple makers. So that gives us all a responsibility to be growing and in our faith to the point where we can lead someone else to Jesus and teach them how to follow him. And so this gives us a picture of what we're trying to accomplish here. What is the mission that you're on? What's the goal that you should have for your life? And that is that you would become a disciple maker. And then as we're in this community, we recognize God's placed us here to reach people for Jesus. And so we're ready to share the gospel. We know how. We're willing to talk to others about our faith. This is the mission that Mitchell Berean is on. It's not really new. It's the same mission that the church has been on almost since its inception. But we've put some new language to it that reflects where we're at as a church, our focus on discipleship, our focus on making an impact and making a difference in our community. And so as you engage the lesson this week, you're going to be looking a little bit into John 17, exploring the mission of Jesus and just capturing a little bit of the heart of God for us as a church and recognizing that this new mission statement that we'll be unfolding over the weeks to come, digging into, looking at what it means, and again, what it means for each one of us. I'm prayerful that you'll get excited about this and you'll grab hold of it and you'll begin to move in the direction of asking the question, how am I contributing to this mission? What's my role to play? I know God has a spot for you here in this church, and he certainly has a spot for you in this community to represent him in the world. And so hope you're excited as we get into this. I know I am. Always excited for this time of year as we grow together. So thanks for being a part of this. You're in a new life group, so stick in there, get to know people, and engage this study together. I know you're going to learn and grow. God bless you in the weeks to come, and I look forward to each week as we unpack this new mission statement. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.